Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, The Coolest Chick. Thank y'all so much for tuning into my channel. Listen, today we're going to make some Cajun chicken meatballs, okay? We're gonna see how that goes. I haven't had ground chicken in so long, but I was inspired by another, I don't know if they're YouTube, they probably are, YouTube, TikTok person that was doing some Cajun meatballs. Y'all see in the background. Have you guys ever seen this? I'm not gonna say what it is because you know it's YouTube and they asses get crazy when you start talking about other stuff. But if you know, you know. It's like old episodes, but I like to go back and look at old episodes of things. But hey, that's what I'm looking at. I'm turning it down because I don't want any issues with YouTube, okay? Anywho, listen guys, I'm going to make these Cajun chicken meatballs, okay? Very simple recipe. I just have some ground chicken that I purchased at my local market. I'm going to put some probably some pepper, of course some Cajun seasoning. I'm going to grind up some onions and some bell peppers, and we're going to do like a pasta type sauce, but it's not going to be a pasta sauce. It's going to be like heavy whipping cream and tomato paste, and we're going to season that up with some garlic, with some Cajun seasoning, and then we're going to make us some mashed potatoes, as well as some listen, let me tell you, the vegetables, I like the frozen vegetables, okay? If I can't get the fresh vegetables, I enjoy the frozen ones. So they have a very selective amount of things that you can get in your frozen department for vegetables. And so I think I got some green beans. I love green beans, and the kids, they kind of like broccoli, and so that's what I got for them. I may have the broccoli because I like broccoli too, but anywho, the video is all about the Cajun chicken meatballs. So we're gonna get started on that real soon, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. So you guys, I have my potatoes here set ready to boil, but listen, let me tell y'all what the hell. Do y'all know I just now got a potato peeler? I absolutely love this little thing. Listen, and I was using a the knife to cut up all of my damn potatoes, and baby, I was wasting them. I don't I don't even know if I was cutting up maybe like 5 or 6 potatoes. I probably really, by the time I cut them all up, I probably had like 3 potatoes. And so yeah, I bought this little potato peeler. Cost me, I don't know, maybe $3 or $4. Anyway, saved my life, y'all. So we're gonna get back to, you know, this is the Cajun chicken meatballs, but we're also gonna do mashed potatoes, and that's why I'm showing you guys that I actually cut up the potatoes. They're gonna be homemade mashed potatoes, nothing out of the bag. All right guys, so I got my potatoes out of the water. There's a lot of potatoes in here, so I had to cook them for quite some time, but I'm going to, you know, I've mashed potatoes before, but yeah, hey, for video purposes, I guess I'm going to do it again. And like I said, some people may not want to go back in the feed to look at the video that has the mashed potatoes in there. So I'm going to add some butter into the mashies. You can add however much butter you want to add in there. I have quite a bit of potatoes in here, so I'm going to add a couple of spoonfuls into the potatoes. I like to mix the butter up in the potato before I get any mashing going on. And I also like to cook my potatoes for quite some time, so that they're easy mashable potatoes. So I'm going to add in a little bit of garlic powder. I like to add garlic powder, the one that has, you know, they have several garlic powders, but this is the one that has the parsley in it. I'm going to stop showing the owner, the, you know, not the owner, but the brand of who I'm using, because like I said, nobody paying me, and so I don't want to, you know, keep on soliciting their brand. But ooh, shit, oh god, you guys see that? This is absolutely insane. Hold on a second. Now that's exactly why you don't have things over your pantry to fall off into the damn thing. So that was, like I said, that was some garlic powder with parsley that I added in there. I'm going to add a little black pepper in there. And since this is a Cajun meal, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of Cajun seasoning over here in my mashed potatoes. Like I said, you can season it the way that you want to. I'm gonna do it the way that I want to, and if you guys enjoy the recipe, you can follow it, and hopefully, you know, you like it for your family. So I'm gonna add in a little bit of heavy whipping cream here. That's a little fat in there, okay? And I'm gonna add in a little bit of milk. Now, start slow on what you add into your damn mashed potatoes because you don't want it to be soupy. And then we're just gonna take our masher and mash. We're gonna take our masher and mash. And so, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna get started on the, what do you call it? The Cajun chicken meatballs. I'm gonna go ahead and set that up for you guys. So let me just make sure that I mash this up, make sure that there's no lumps or anything in it. Sometimes you have to add more milk. Sometimes, you know, you can leave it as such. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more milk to that. But this is what it's looking like. We're gonna get it rich and creamy, and then I'm gonna come back with the video for the chicken meatballs. Okay guys, here's the video. Here's the finishing of the mashed potatoes. It's all rich and creamy there. And so we're gonna go ahead and set up for the, to do the chicken meatballs. Anyway, I'm gonna give you guys a view of what the mashed potatoes came out looking like. All right guys, so listen, we're gonna get into it. I have my ground chicken here that like I said, I picked up at my local market. We're going to use some onion powder. Like I said, I'm not going to show it. I forgot. Onion powder, some garlic powder, breadcrumbs, Tony seasoning. I had cut up some bell peppers and onions and fresh parsley that I have over in here that I'm going to add over into my mixture. So we're going to get started. Let me cut open this meat. Let's see. In here, they double do the meat because you know how ground turkey is. It's really, really sticky icky. So this is 3 pounds of ground turkey, so it's probably gonna make a whole lot of, I'm gonna make like bigger meatballs. So let me just get this over here out the way. And so let's see, you guys can see that. That's fine. Move you over a little bit right here. Maybe a little bit closer since I'm not really doing anything. So gonna go ahead and rinse my hands off a little bit since I did touch the chicken, and I want to get to my seasonings. I do have some gloves, but I'm not gonna pull them off. Just gonna do what I'm doing right now. So we are gonna fry these over in avocado oil. We're gonna get our egg here. 2 eggs goes in there. Usually I just throw them over in my sink over there. And pardon me reaching over in the camera, but that's what I do. It's not, you know, you don't have to, what do they call it? You don't have to season in any particular way. Like I'm adding the breadcrumbs now into this. You don't have to do it any particular way, just as long as all of the ingredients get in there. So now this is gonna be the garlic powder that I'm gonna add over in there. This is a ground chicken, by the way. And it's 3 pounds of it. So there is some onion powder, and we're gonna add in some Tony seasoning, because remember I said it was gonna be Creole or Cajun style. So we're gonna add a little bit over in that. Then we're gonna add our mixture that I have up in there. I use my grinder to grind up oh shit, God dog it, to grind up this little mixture right here. I'm gonna add it all in there because I actually did it for this particular thing. So then we're going to turn my stove on because I have the avocado oil that I was using earlier for the tortilla shells. I'm going to use the same oil. There's nothing wrong with it. So we're going to get this all mixed up in here. You add seasoning as you feel like you need to add seasoning in. You know, if it's not the right consistency for you and you need to add a little bit more breadcrumbs, you go ahead and add more breadcrumbs on there. And we're gonna get this rolled out onto a cookie sheet so that when we get ready to place them into the hot skillet, we don't have to go and look all around for the meatballs. I mean, we don't have to keep making the meatball. The meatballs will be all ready. So this right here, I think I'm going to add a little bit more breadcrumbs to this. Like I said, this is 3 pounds of meat. I'm going to add a little bit more Tony's in there. And I think for me, I'm going to add in a little bit of smoked paprika. Hold on a second, because I need to get into my little pantry right here. Hold on a minute. Okay, guys. So yeah, I'm going to add in a little smoked paprika into mine because I want it to be, excuse me, another color. I don't want it to look chickeny. So anyway, we're going to get this all ready up, and we're going to get them balled up. And I'm going to get my little container together because I don't even have that together, y'all, okay? So I'm going to get my container together, and you guys are going to see the balls. We're going to roll them together. So I'll be back. All right, guys, so I have my little paper here. I'm probably going to make the meatballs about this size here. I don't want no little small, tiny ass meatballs. So I'm going to ball those up and get them ready to go into the fryer. Oh, I think you guys can see my meatballs there. That's too funny. There they are right there. I'll have to show them to you guys when we, but I have them on this little paper here, so I'm going to roll them up and get them ready for the fryer, and I'll be back. All right, guys, here are the chicken balls that I rolled up with the seasoning that I showed you guys that I had there. I have about 20 meatballs here, so I'm going to fry them over in the avocado oil that I have here, and once it gets hot and ready, we'll get back to it. All right, guys, so we're just going to add the meatballs over in here. Like I said, let's give you guys a look. I'll see how big and how big they are, about that size meatballs. This is avocado oil that I have here, so just going to put these over in here, let them fry up. Like I said, I have about 20 of them, and they're kind of fat here. We want fat meatballs. We don't want no little tiny ass meatballs, because we're going to add it to the sauce. Oh shit. Oh God, Lord have mercy, guys. That's some oil got on my finger. Oh Lord. We're going to add it to the sauce, so we don't want them to be, you know, too tiny, too baby. I'm going to cook this here. I can probably get about 10 of them in here. They smell absolutely incredible. And this is chicken. This is not ground turkey, guys. I usually make ground turkey, but this is chicken. Ground chicken. So we're still keeping it kind of on the healthy side. So we're going to fry these up, brown those up, and we'll be back. Alright, guys, so we're going to start to flip them over. Be very careful. You know, meatballs, they try to act silly when you need to flip their asses over. So we're going to flip them and let them cook. Remember, this is chicken, so they don't cook as long as ground meat, but you still need to make sure the motherfuckers are done. So I'm going to flip them over. Once you get them flipped over the first time, the next, you know, time is not so difficult because they're clearly, you know, cooking. This one flipped over. This one flipped over. And, you know, there's several methods to flipping and frying meatballs. One of them is you want them to stay as meatballs. You don't want them to come out looking like little mini hamburger patties. So there they are right there. We're going to let those get a little browner and fry up on that side. Alright guys, so we've been cooking these meatballs for a good 15 minutes or so. They're all, damn it, They're all browned up and ready for the next batch. So we're going to take these out. Chicken meatballs that we're going to make a Cajun sauce for. I'm going to get these out of here. And I have a couple of more, I have about 8 more meatballs to fry. So it'll be, well, you guys don't know how long it'll be before I flip the video over. But I'm letting you guys know that I still have some more meatballs to fry. Anywho, those are the meatballs right there that I just took out of the fryer. And this is avocado oil, and they're chicken meatballs. I'm gonna set that to the side, and I'm gonna get my other meatballs. I'm gonna let this come up to temp, really. And then I'm gonna get my other meatballs. I'm gonna fry those up for another, like it's gonna take me 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes to fry those up. And then when I come back, we'll do the sauce, guys. It's nothing but, like, what did I say? Heavy whipping cream, tomato paste, a can of chicken broth, and the Cajun seasoning, and some Parmesan cheese. But we'll get started on that when I come back. All right, guys, so I got my meatballs all ready and done. It's so many of them. Oh my God, do you see there? They look absolutely gorgeous. Those are the chicken meatballs that I have there. So we're gonna get ready to do the sauce. Let me just turn my TV down just a little bit because, yeah, I don't want any problems. So the sauce just basically consists of, like I said, a can of chicken broth. Let me turn the fire on. A can of chicken broth. Let me get this. God damn it. I hate when that happens anyway. We have a can of chicken broth. We're gonna do 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. And then we're going to add our seasoning in there, which really consists of, you know, garlic powder. Let's put it in here. Of course, we're making Cajun style, so we're going to do garlic powder. We're going to do a little bit of the Tony's seasoning in there. And we're going to add, you know, guys know I don't add too much salt, but the recipe is calling for salt, so we're going to add just like a little bit of salt that I put in my hand there, right there. Just going to throw that over in there. And then we're going to kind of get that together. Well, we're going to add in some tomato paste. Not too much of it, just enough to kind of thicken it up. And then if you have a whisk, that works better, but I don't have no damn whisk. So we're just going to use the spoon, and we're going to get this a little warmed up, and then we're going to add in our meatballs. Y'all, I had to tweak this recipe a little bit because it was not just a little bit of tomato paste. Hell, it was a whole lot of tomato paste. I had to use like a little whole can of it to get the consistency like this. So I'm adding in some fresh parsley in there, but this is the color that you need to achieve when you're doing the thing. So it was a can of chicken broth, but it was like a can of tomato paste, like one of the, you know, like a regular can of tomato paste. And then I seasoned it with a little salt, the garlic powder, Tony's, and I'm gonna add a little bit of Parmesan cheese in towards the end. But I'm gonna taste this just to make sure that it's to my likings. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit because I'm gonna add in, okay, that's good. I like it just like that. So I'm gonna add in some freshly grated Parmesan cheese that I have here. Right here, I grated that up. I'm gonna add that in to the mixture. You can add, you know, however much you want to add in there. Add things in there, just as such. Then I'm going to stir that over into my mixture. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my meatballs into my mixture. I'm not going to use anything. I'm just going to add them in there. I'm going to count how many is in there. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're pretty big too. You guys see? They're pretty big. 8, 9, 10, 11, oh my God, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 meatballs. 18 meatballs, y'all. I thought I had 20 meatballs. I have 18 of them. And so I'm gonna let it simmer in this mixture for about 10-15 minutes or so, you know, just so it can simmer in here. And we have the potatoes, mashed potatoes over here that I'm going to put this on top of. And so this is what it should look like as it's simmering in that Cajun Cajun sauce that I made there with the chicken meatballs. So when I get everything plated up, we'll be back. Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel and watching this video through its entirety of the Cajun chicken meatballs. It was my first time making it, and so throughout the process I learned that you need a little bit more tomato paste. You need a lot more tomato paste. You need like 2 of those little cans of tomato paste to go in there with the heavy whipping cream, and you know, you'll get the consistency of what I have. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Hold on one second. All right guys, so here's the finished results of the Cajun meatballs over in there. And I also have, of course, the mashed potatoes, homemade mashed potatoes that I made earlier today. And I have a veggie that I just popped over in the microwave. You guys better get with this, the veggies in the microwave. So your garlic parmesan green beans, I'm gonna have some of those. I'm gonna plate this. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. All right guys, so here we go. I'm gonna add just some mashed potatoes, which that's probably too much. You guys know how I do. I always get too much and end up eating it all up. So we're gonna put the mashed potatoes there. Sometimes this recipe can be where you guys can actually add the meatball on top of the mashed potatoes, the whole entire dinner. You can add that on top of there. And then I have my baby boy doing stuff for me. So we're gonna get 2 meatballs out of here with the sauce. And we're gonna come over here and we're just gonna add that right in there. I said 2 meatballs, but I actually just got 1 meatball, but we're gonna get 2 meatballs and we're gonna add the sauce over in. Oh, Lord Jesus. And so there you have it, guys. This is what it should look like. It's very, very delicious. Try this for your family. You guys try this for your family and let me know what you think, because it's absolutely delicious to me. So thank you guys for tuning into my channel. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed to my channel. And let everybody else know to come over here to The Coolest Chick, because we learn and we have fun over here. I love you all, and until next time, I'll see you soon.